Magandang araw mga bata. Ako si Teacher G, ang G na G o game na game ninyong guro sa Musika 6. Tayo ay may bago na namang aralin. Ngunit, bago tayo dumako sa ating panibagong aralin, tayo ay may makakasamang kaibigan na magbibigay sa atin ng musika layunin at ang ating gawain mamaya matapos ang aralin. Atin ang tawagin si Super G. Super G, pasok! Hello G! Ako si Super G ang magbibigay sa inyo ng musika layunin at ng inyong gawain matapos ang aralin. Okay kids, magandang araw sa inyong lahat at tayo ay nasa quarter 4 na ng ating pag-aaral sa Music 6 base sa Most Essential Learning Competency na isinet ng Department of Education. But before we proceed with our lesson, tayo muna ay i-identify muna natin yung ating mga objectives. Okay? So the first objective that we have here is that we have to identify the different tempo in a given song or music. So kailangan nating matukoy ang iba't ibang tempo. And then demonstrate the different kinds of tempo by following tempo marks in a song from the community. Distinguishes monophonic, homophonic, and polyphonic textures. So we are also going to study about textures. Okay? So now, let us sing. You Are My Sunshine. So I have here my ukulele and I will be playing it while singing the song. Okay? You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. One more. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Okay, what's new? Tell the appropriate tempo for the following action. Write your answers in your notebook. A man walking. What do you think is the tempo of this figure or image? A rabbit hopping. A turtle moving. A jet flying. A running horse. What is it? Tempo and texture in music. Tempo comes from the Latin word tempus, which means time. Tempo pertains to the speed at which a musical piece or passage is meant to be played. The speed of music can be slow or fast or in between. Tempo influences how music sounds and feels, thus making music more expressive and alive. So when we are going to talk about tempo, it will be about the speed of a musical piece, whether it be slow or fast or in between. So, considering tempo in every music makes it more expressive and alive, no?
So, kapag pinag-usapan natin ng tempo, it will be about kung gaano ba kabilis or kung gaano ba kabagal o katamtaman yung pagkanta or ang pagtugtog ng isang musika. So, that is all about tempo. Kung gaano ba kabilis or kabagal ang isang awitin o musika. The tempo of a musical piece is usually indicated on the top of a musical score called tempo markings. Tempo markings can be found anywhere in a piece depending on the composer's desire to change the mood of the song. The different kinds of tempo markings are written in Italian. So when we are going to look in a specific musical score, makikita natin doon either sa ibabaw ng mga staff yung mga tempo markings na tinatawag natin. So when we are going to talk about tempo markings, these are the marks that we can see in the musical score wherein we can say or we can observe what will happen or what speed are we going to have if we are going to play the music in the musical score. So, sa pamamagitan ng tempo markings, malalaman natin or maisasagawa natin ng maayos kung ano ba yung gustong speed o kung gaano ba kabilis o kung gaano kabagal ang gusto ng isang kompositor para sa kanyang musika. Okay? So, sabi dito, ang iba't ibang tempo markings ay nakasulat sa Italian terms. So, pag-aaralan natin yan. So, ito na nga yung mga halimbawa ng tempo. Okay? So, meron tayong ditong terms, which are the Italian terms, at yung meaning sa kabilang column. So, meron tayo dyan grave, wherein ang meaning niyan ay solemn and very slow. Largo, wherein it means broad and very slow. Adagio, slow, but not as slow as largo. Lento, which means slow. Andante, which means moderately slow. Okay, we also have here andantino, which means a little more faster than andante. Moderato, which means at a moderate speed. Allegro, which means fast, lively, and bright. Vivace, which means fast and lively. Presto, which means very fast. Accelerando, which means gradually becoming faster. Retardando, which means gradually becoming slower. A tempo, which means to return in its original speed. So what is texture? Texture in music refers to structure of a musical composition showing how many sounds, various layers, or voices are heard at the same time. So kapag pinag-usapan natin ng texture, dito natin na matutukoy kung gaano ba kakapal o kanipis ang isang musika or ang isang awitin. Dahil sabi dyan, a musical composition showing how many sounds, kung gaano ba kadami yung tugtog o yung tunog, kung ilan ba ang layer o kung ilan ba yung boses na naririnig natin sa isang awitin. So in that case, malalaman natin kung ang isang awitin o musika ay makapal ang texture o hindi. Okay, musical texture can be light or heavy, magaan or mabigat, thick or thin, makapal o kaya naman ay manipis, transparent or dense, and also it is the way the music sounds as a result of the way melodies and harmonies are used and combined. So kapag sinabi nating texture, ito yung resulta ng pagkokombina at paggamit natin ng iba't ibang melodiya at harmony sa isang awitin. Okay, next, we have here types of musical textures. The first one is what we call monophonic texture. So it comes from the word mono, which means one. It is something called monophony and is considered as a thin texture. The monophonic texture has only one melodic line without harmony. Music sung or played by one person or by many in unison has monophonic texture. So, sabi dito, ito ay nanggaling sa salitang mono. Okay, so this one, mono, na ang ibig sabihin ay one, which means isa. Okay? O, it is also sometimes called monophony. At kapag monophony ang texture ng isang awitin, yun ay mayroong thin texture o manipis lamang ang kanyang texture. So, kapag ka sinabi nating monophonic texture, isa lang ang melody niya. Walang harmony. Ibig sabihin, walang ibang tono. Okay? Isa lang ang kanyang tono. Ngayon, kapag ka ang isang musika or ang isang awitin ay kinanta ng isa o ng madami na iisa lamang ang tono, it will also be considered as monophonic texture kasi wala namang harmony even though madami yung kumakanta. Okay? Okay, let us have here an example. So an example here is the Philippine national anthem or any song sung in unison or in an a cappella or singing without musical accompaniment. That is also one thing sa monophonic texture, okay, with regards to musical instruments. Kapag ka naman isa lang ng instrument, it will also be considered as monophonic texture. Okay? So let us see this example. Okay. So in here, narinig natin yung pagkanta ng mga babae, ng mga kababaihan ng isang awitin na mayroong iisa lamang na tono or melody. So ibig sabihin, it will also be considered as monophonic texture. Okay? So even though madami sila or madami yung babaeng kumakanta, still monophonic pa rin siya kasi iisa lang yung melody na inaawit nila or yung tono na inawit nila. Okay? Next, we have here homophonic texture. The homophonic texture occurs when the main melody is accompanied by chords. Sometimes, the chords move at the same rhythm as the melody. Other times, the chords are made up of voices that move in counterpoint to each other. The homophonic texture has thicker texture than the monophonic texture. This type of texture is used most often. Okay, so kapag pinag-usapan naman natin ang homophonic texture, so yung main melody or yung pinakatono natin ay mayroon ng kasamang chords. Ibig sabihin, yung melody na ginagawa natin or kinakanta natin ay sinasabayan na ng instrument kasi meron ng chords. Okay? Sabi dito, sometimes the chords move at the same rhythm as the melody. So kung ano yung ritmo ng melodiya or ng tono ng ating awitin, ang chords ay kino-consider din iyon. So, parang magkasabay lang sila. Okay? So, the homophonic texture has thicker texture than the monophonic texture. Ibig sabihin, mas makapal na yung ating texture kapag pinag-usapan natin ang homophonic. Okay? So, let us see this example. A song sung by a singer accompanied by a piano or a guitar. So, tulad yan ng sabi ko kanina, kapag homophonic texture, meron na tong kasabay na instrument. Okay? Let us hear this. So, nakita natin or naririnig natin yung instrument na ginamit ay piano. Skip na natin.
Uno strumento della vostra pace.
Lord, make me an instrument of your peace.
Dove ci è odio.
Okay, so that is homophonic texture. Okay, next is what we call polyphonic texture. Polyphonic comes from the word poly, which means many. A composition has polyphonic texture when two or more voices sing the melody but observe different rhythms. Okay, so kapag pinag-usapan naman natin ang polyphonic texture, it comes from the word poly na ang ibig sabihin ay many, ibig sabihin marami. Okay? So, sabi nga dito, two or more voices sing the melody. So, dalawang boses na ang umaawit. Ibig sabihin, nagkaroon na ng mas makapal na texture. Kasi nga, dalawang boses na or dalawang tao na yung kumakanta, pero magkaiba ng rhythm. That's why it considered thick or yung texture niya ay polyphonic or mas makapal. Okay? This is simply the same as the song sung together by different voices such as soprano, alto, tenor, and bass. A polyphonic texture can be observed with or without accompaniment. It is considered as the thickest texture among the three types of texture. So as I said earlier, mas makapal na ang polyphonic texture kasi nga meron na tayong 4 voices or either 2 lang kasi magkaiba naman ng rhythm. Okay? So sabi dito, pwedeng awitin or pwedeng i-consider na polyphonic ang texture kung makakarinig tayo ng isang awitin na mayroong 4 na boses tulad ng soprano, alto, tenor, and bass. So it is considered as the thickest texture. Ito na yung pinakamakapal na texture sa musika. Okay. So an example is what we call a round song, music for large instrument groups, songs sang with vocal arrangements. So I will be sharing with you a round song.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Merrily, life is but a dream.
Okay, so that is round song. Okay? So nakita natin kung paano naging makapal ang isang awitin using round song. Okay, so this one is with vocal arrangement naman.
Hello and welcome to DK Music Academy and our version of Sam Smith's Stay With Me. So we have built this track solely from vocal, from our jewellery, which we shook, which created the cymbal sound, which would continue throughout the song. We then added another low harmony, which is a bass line stepping upwards into the next section of the song. Gospel harmonies, which are on the track, building each harmony step by step. Towards the end of the chorus, to finish it off, we then added a low bass harmony. Stay with me.
So in here, narinig natin yung vocal arrangement. So meron tayong different harmonies na in-incorporate. So dito sa sa tutorial na ito or dito sa video na ito, ipinakita niya yung iba't ibang harmony na pwede niyang gawin or i-arrange to make the music more thicker. Okay. So what's more? So we have here the song Sitsiritsit, okay? So nakita natin dito yung tempo markings. Ito yung tinatawag nating tempo markings. Ayan, allegro, nakalagay dyan. Andante, accelerando, okay? So yan, yung mga yan yung tinatawag nating tempo markings, okay? So in the song Sitsiritsit, the first tempo mark used is allegro, which means fast, lively tempo. The next verse is andante. Ito yung andante, which means moderately slow tempo. Eventually, tempo becomes accelerando, which means the singing of the verse will increase gradually in speed. So, pabilis ng pabilis. Okay? Now, answer the following questions. Write the answers in your notebook. Okay, number 1 question. What are the different tempo markings used in the song? List them down in your notebook. So, from the musical score of Sitsiritsit, what are the different tempo markings being used? And then number 2, write the meaning of these tempo markings. So, you are going to write it. And then 3, list one reason on the change of tempo markings from the beginning up to the end of the song. Okay? So what can I do? Identify the texture based on the situation described in each item. Write monophonic, homophonic, or polyphonic in your notebook. So what you are going to say or to answer here is monophonic, homophonic, or polyphonic. Okay. Singing Sitsiritsit with a piano accompaniment. What is it? Is it a monophonic, homophonic, or polyphonic? What is your answer? Okay, so the answer is homophonic texture. Kasi kapag inalala natin yung dinascuss natin kanina, yung homophonic, yun na yung merong accompaniment. Okay? Meron na siyang instrument. Hindi katulad sa monophonic na walang instrument, a cappella lang. Okay? Humming. What is it? Is it a monophonic, homophonic, or polyphonic? What is your answer? The answer is monophonic texture. Kasi nag-hum ka lang. Diba? So, wala namang instrument na ginamit. So, you're just hum. Okay? Hindi yan ham na kinakain. Okay? Humming. Okay? Next. Choral rendition of the song, We Are the World. So, when we say choral rendition, means there are many people or there are certain group singing the song We Are the World. So what is it? A monophonic, homophonic, or polyphonic? Okay, that is polyphonic texture. Kasi nga, choral rendition. Therefore, maririnig natin dyan ang 4 voices. Whistling. What is it? Is it a monophonic, homophonic, or polyphonic? The answer is monophonic. Kasi just whistle. Diba? Wala namang ibang tunog. Okay? Singing the Beatles song Obladi Oblada with a guitar accompaniment. What is it? A monophonic, homophonic, or polyphonic? What is your answer? The answer is homophonic because there is a guitar accompaniment. Okay? Okay, I think that ends our discussion for today. I hope that you learned something from what we have discussed at sana ay maalala ninyo ito at baunin nyo ito until you grow up. At sa iba pang mga lessons, I hope you learned something from what we have discussed today. And this concludes our lesson. And once again, this is your teacher and music 6, Teacher Gerald. Once again, thank you. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And of course, ring the notification bell para mas updated kayo sa mga videos na i-upload ni Teacher G. Once again, thank you very much and God bless us all. See you!